Hi friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in this video, I am going to show you how we can build a process automation flow through the Flow Designer. So I already made many videos on the App Engine Studio where I showed how you can build app, how you can create table inside the app, how we can create the service catalog in the workspace, all these things. So you can refer those videos. I am going to put the link in the description section for those videos so that anytime you can refer it and you can understand how I can reach at this point. So now the catalog item which I created, that's the employee onboarding. I am going to create a flow through the Flow Designer, the same employee onboarding flow, and I am going to attach to that catalog item. So first thing what I'm going to do, my trigger point is service catalog because the flow which I'm building now, that would be running on the service catalog only. And the second thing, I need to define one action, and that is true for any other flows built in the Flow Designer, which will be running on the service catalog for any like catalog items. So first thing, you have to mention the triggering point, that is service catalog. Second thing, you have to get all the variables which you defined in your catalog items. So that is exactly I am doing in this step. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you how we can create the catalog task. So in the catalog task, in this action, you can define like any fields which the value you wanted to pre-populate when the task will be generated, like short description, assignment group, assigned to anything, just like workflow editor. So here I am only defining two fields. One is the short description and other one description. And you also need to select all the variables. So in this catalog item, employee onboarding, I created 6 variables. So I have to select all the variables so that when the task will be generated, all the variables will be there. It will be like an empty task. So I'm going to save that one. So if you need to put any kind of if, else, if, those are conditional statement, you have to select it from the flow. So here what I'm trying to do, in my catalog item, I created 2 variables. One is, does the new hire require laptop? And it was yes no type of variable. And the second one is, does the new hire require a mobile phone? That is also yes no variables. So I am going to put one conditional statement, that is if statement, where both the conditions, both the variables answer is yes, then it will generate one task. So as you can see, I already put my first statement, that is yes, and the second one is. So the first statement is yes, second statement I changed, modified little bit. Let us put it like that. If the first statement is yes, if they require laptop, then I am checking if the employee is full-time employee or contingent worker. So if it is full-time employee and if the laptop answer is yes, then they can straight away go to the task. and generate a task, and fulfiller will fulfill that request and close the request. But if this is not full-time employee, then approval required. That time I am going to show you that how I can send the approval, and then when the request gets approved, one task will be generated to fulfill the request, that is to assign the laptop to that particular contractor. I'm just trying to mimic a real-time scenario which we generally go through in a company. And those are the very common actions, common flow, conditional behavior we generally use when we create a process automation flow through either through the flow designer or workflow editor. Another thing we need to do, that sending notification. Sometimes that is also part of the requirement, but I will create a separate video showing that part. So you can see I break the statement into conditional statement if and else. If it is direct employee, then it's going to be generate the catalog task. Else it will ask for the approval. Once it gets approved, then only it will generate the task to fulfill the request. And one thing I wanted to mention, when you send the approval, it can be group level approval, it can be user level approval. You can take the value from a dynamic field, dynamic variable. You can pass the static user value as well. So that can be done. So we have two yes no variables which I created in catalog item, one for laptop, one for mobile phone. I am going to put the same logic for laptop as well as for the mobile phone. So basically it is direct employee, no approval needed. If it is contractor, approval needed, then the task will be generated. So now I am done with all my logic and actions. The last action which I am going to take, that is the update of the RITM and corresponding request. So basically I need to close the task, and then that will be done manually. And when it is done, then the RITM needs to be closed complete. And when the RITM will be closed complete, the request will automatically be closed. That would be the last step. So this is it in my video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.